What's up, guys? It's Rob here, and today we need to talk about AMC stock because this is one of the most popular stocks on the internet, if not the most popular. However, today it is suffering quite a bit. It's down about 16%. We're making new lows since the rally has begun with it. Since we hit highs of around $70, these are the lowest prices we've seen on AMC since. And if you take a look at the chart, you'll see what I'm talking about. Just earlier today, we were hitting lows of $22.46. And we ended up rebounding off of that level a little bit. However, we've started to move back to the downside. So there's a couple of things that we're going to have to talk about. One, why is AMC stock crashing? Two, what can you do about it? Okay, those are the most important things, the most important questions on people's minds. So we're going to talk about why AMC stock is crashing. First of all, there are a couple of things that would lead me to believe that AMC stock shouldn't be crashing, but it is. So let's take a look first at the short interest. So the short interest has not actually increased that much today. It's actually surprising to see this big of a decrease on AMC with this low of an increase in the short interest because we've only seen a short interest change of about 0.27%, bringing us up to 18.66% of the free float being short. In other words, 95.72 million shares, at least as reported by Ortex. I know a lot of people say that there are other means of shorting out there, some secret ways that people are shorting. But for the purposes of this video, we're just going to talk about the Ortex data. So it looks like shorts really aren't shorting AMC into the ground. Okay, shorts are not pushing this down today. AMC is doing this on its own, and we're going to talk about why. And the first thing that caught my attention was just how many people are actually searching for AMC today. You can see a new record on Google Trends of 100 for the past week. AMC has not been this high. More people are searching it now than have been in a long time. Okay, people are getting very scared. We were already just last week seeing elevated search results for AMC because of the descent that it's been on and the depression of its price. It has been falling for quite a while over the past 15, 20 days about. It's been moving down. We were just not even 30 days ago at highs of 47.50, and now we're down at 22.46. So people are wondering what the heck is going on with AMC. You can even see that it's the number one trending on StockTwits and the number one most active as well. It's both on StockTwits. It's very popular on StockTwits, and surprisingly enough, it's not very popular on Reddit or wallstreetbets. It's actually below Apple. It's below the S&P. It's below GameStop. It's number 4. So maybe this is just taking a while to catch on, but I think that hopefully sometime soon people will start posting about AMC a little bit more on Reddit, potentially getting some more buying power in AMC, starting to move it up a little bit, because I know a lot of people are certainly suffering, especially towards the end of the year with AMC stock. Now, there are a couple of reasons why AMC is falling that I've compiled, but before I show them to you, I do want to point out that on this channel, we currently have 8,186 subscribers. You just saw it go up live. So if you guys are interested in subscribing to the channel and getting potentially some more AMC stock news whenever it comes out, feel free to subscribe. We're trying to get to 8,200. We're only 14 away, so feel free to do that if you're interested. But on to the first reason why AMC stock is falling, and this is a somewhat obvious one. A lot of people have discussed this. Tax loss harvesting. For those of you who don't know what tax loss harvesting is, it's essentially when you sell a stock that is a loss in your overall portfolio. You have a position in that stock, and it is in the negative. You've lost money on it. You make a sale of that stock so that you can write off some of your gains come tax season, okay? So a lot of people, if you look back over the past year at AMC stock, you can see a ton of people were buying this stock up when it was at its highs, when it was around $70, when it was in the 60s and 50s. And if you actually look, you can see that there is, at this time, when we were hitting our highs, there's also massive volume on AMC stock right around here. So people were certainly accruing a lot of shares at these elevated prices. Now, since that time, AMC stock hasn't done incredibly well. It's done all right. It hasn't crashed until now. And a lot of people were at a loss on it, though, because it wasn't actually higher than the price that they bought in at. Obviously, some people made massive gains if they were buying before it ended up shooting up to $70. However, at this time, a lot of people were down on their money, especially towards the end of the year, towards more so December. Is where a lot of people started being down on their money, because that's when AMC stock started breaking down. And a lot of people were probably thinking that would be a good time to sell some of their AMC stock to potentially offset some other gains in their account. And that's potentially what's going on even now. A lot of people may be looking at AMC stock like it was a wash. They ended up losing some money on it. Maybe they want to sell their shares, buy them back later after some of this pain has gone through, and then they can get a cheaper position on AMC in the future. And they can write off some of their other gains for this year, so they won't have to pay as much in taxes. That's potentially one reason why AMC is falling a bit. And it is happening to a lot of stocks. It's not just AMC that's happening to. A lot of stocks are going through something similar. Tax loss harvesting is a big deal for everything towards the end of the year. But another reason AMC is falling specifically today is actually from a technical perspective. We recently broke support on AMC. So if you take a closer look right here, you can see I have a support line drawn for us at the lows that we hit ever since we started falling from the highs. And that was around 30 bucks. So 30 bucks was a strong technical level for us. It was also a strong psychological level. Any multiple of 10 is going to be a somewhat significant psychological level for a stock. So you can see we hit 30 bucks the first time, and we hadn't returned to it since until just recently when we started having an overall market downturn. AMC started moving down. We ended up breaking through that and then rebounding back above it. But just recently, this Friday actually, the Friday before today is Monday. Last Friday, we ended up moving down below $30 once again. And potentially over the weekend, a lot of people, a lot of traders started looking at this, realizing that we had broken this strong support level. They decided to take more of a risk-off position. They've been selling their AMC shares. You can see that the day isn't even over yet, and we've already had very significant volume. About 62 million shares have traded. A lot of people are potentially looking at this like we broke support and are looking for another place where they might enter. And, they're looking to cut their losses at this point, but then potentially they'll be entering later. So that's another reason why AMC stock is falling, particularly today, why we're down about 16% on the day. A lot of technical patterns might be playing out today. And in addition to this, there is a lot of negative press, or FUD, fear, uncertainty, and doubt, as a lot of people refer to the negative press as, and that's almost certainly causing AMC stock to start moving down. In fact, I have just two of the top articles that you find when you search AMC stock today is discussing how AMC and GameStop are tumbling, and how 4 reasons why AMC stock is down, discussing how people aren't going to go back to the movies, and a lot of investors are getting squeezed. Executives are selling shares, and there's financial uncertainty. There's a lot of fear, uncertainty, and doubt regarding and surrounding AMC stock. This is certainly having a big impact on the stock price. The media loves to grab onto these moments when a stock isn't doing too well, especially when it's a retail favorite. And they love to bash it. They love to cater to the big institutions. The shorts probably are loving this, loving that the media is coming to the rescue of them and bashing AMC into the ground while it's already falling, right? So the media definitely started clinging to this. This isn't anything new. Obviously, the media has never been too happy about AMC. They've always kind of spread bad stories about it. But more lately, you can see because it's falling, they have a renewed vigor, and there are probably more people who are willing to read those stories because they're seeing AMC fall. So that's another reason why AMC is doing not so well. Now, those reasons potentially alone are enough to cause the fall. Potentially, there's some naked shorting like people are talking about. I'm not sure how to verify that. Obviously, nobody can actually prove that that's going on, but that's a potential situation. But it's not something that I'm really going to touch on in this video too much. So what I will say is what to do now, right? If you're an AMC holder, obviously I'm not giving financial advice to anyone. I'm just letting you know what I think about AMC stock and how you should approach it. But potentially something that you could do, not financial advice or anything like that, potentially something you could do is if you are down on your money. Obviously, I don't think anyone should hold a stock that they can't afford to lose money on. So if you're in a bad position, then it's not financial advice, but I just don't condone holding stocks that you can't afford to lose money with. So if you have your life savings tied up in AMC, then obviously you're going to have to make your own decisions about what to do regarding the potential sale of AMC stock. If it does keep moving down, because there is no guarantee that this will come back. Obviously, it has a lot of institutions against it. People want this thing moving down. There is a potential support level that people may decide to buy in at. I will point out at $20, another strong psychological support, and actually the previous peak that we had hit before AMC's really massive rally. This was when GameStop was rallying big. AMC hit $20 before bouncing off of that. That could be a very strong support for us. We're not that far off from it. It might not be worth selling if you want to see if we can bounce off of 20. That's very possible. That's also a potential entry point for traders who are not in AMC who wish to take a position on it. $20 is a strong psychological and technical level on AMC stock, but also something you could consider is selling options contracts. If you guys are interested in some of these further out strike dates, you can actually make quite a bit of money and secure potential profit on AMC if you end up selling a far out of the money call option, or if you're looking to enter AMC stock, selling out of the money put option, then you could potentially be making some money because the premiums, in case you guys haven't noticed, have gotten pretty high as the implied volatility has risen. And if you look at the implied volatility, it is this purple line on the volume chart. It has been getting fairly high. That means that the premiums for options are rather expensive right around now. It may be worth selling some options contracts. Obviously, not a financial recommendation. I'm not telling anyone to do that if they're not interested in it. I'm not telling anyone to buy or sell AMC stock. I'm just giving you guys my opinions on it, letting you know what I think and what's causing the crash. So that's what I have for you guys today on AMC. Hopefully you guys enjoyed the video. If you did, feel free to subscribe to the channel and like the video. I know it's tough losing money. Nobody likes it. We're down 16%. Surely people are losing money on this. So I'm sorry to hear that. But what you guys have to keep in mind is how you can protect yourselves in the future and trade as best you can. So don't let this get you down too much. But other than that, guys, have a great day. I'll see you in the next one. Bye.